And welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Casey DeSantis. Curtis is joining us live in the field. He's on a really tough assignment today. He's at the Tom Coughlin Celebrity Golf Classic over at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. It's a rough day for you, Curtis. I know, but you're brave and well, buddy.
You know, it's tough work out here, Casey. I'm trying to support a local event here, the Tom Coughlin J Fund. We're out here on the first tee. We're through about 8 holes, doing really well. I think we're leading the tournament. But earlier this morning, it was pretty cool. I got a chance. Last night was the dinner out here, and got a chance to talk to Kelly Coughlin about this year's event. I think they're going to set a record. Check this out. Honored to be part of the Tom Coughlin J Fund event. I'm joined by Kelly Coughlin here. Kelly, last night's dinner was such a great time. I'm honored to be a part of it every year, but this year is, I mean, it's more special. It's a little more special than the previous years because Coach is back.
It's a bit of a homecoming, that's for sure. Yes.
What has that meant to the foundation?
Well, it's terrific. I mean, his heart has never left here, and certainly the work of the Tom Coughlin J Fund has remained in Jacksonville for all the years that he's been in New York. But to have him physically back, and my mom too, to be present for more of these events and better connected with what we're doing on a day-to-day basis in New York, in Jacksonville, excuse me, is terrific. And
you still have things going on in New York, but yeah, a lot of people may not know that the foundation stayed working here, and obviously on your shoulders. So is it nice to have him back to take some of that off?
Careful with these questions, Curtis.
or having him back, is it?
No, it's good, but you know, he loves what he does. He has a real passion for the work of the J Fund, providing financial, emotional, and practical support for local families. So it is terrific. I give him a hard time because he's my dad, and so I can push back a little bit.
Yeah. There you go. That was Kelly this morning. That one was hit well. But I also got a chance to talk to Tom earlier this morning, and I tell you, last night at the dinner, it was definitely a different feel. I've been at this event for the last 15 plus years they've been having it, and it was a different feel last night with Tom being back here and Brian Sexton and everybody talking about him back with the Jaguars. So it was really cool to get a chance to talk to him this morning and talk to him about the difference now being back with the team and back home. Take a look. We're out here at TPC Sawgrass, and this is the man, the foundation, first name on the foundation, Tom Coughlin J Fund. Coach, it's an honor to be a part of it again.
Curtis, thank you for being here.
And last night was a great time, and Kelly was saying possibly a record-setting year this year.
Hopefully that's what the goal is, always each year to do a little bit better than you did the year before. And of course, as you well know, it's all about net. So yeah, we have a good time, but let's find out today what the bottom line really was.
Always looking at the details. This year, it's I mean, for everyone at the event last night, I think you could tell felt a little more special having you back with the Jags logo. As Brian Sexton said, seeing you with the Jags logo on again makes a lot of people really happy. For you though, being back this year, what does it feel like?
The amazing thing about it is, because we've always kept a home here, and we would spend whatever time we could. Judy would be here, but when I walked into the office the first time I did it, it was easy. It was nothing to it. I knew exactly where I was going. When I got back in the back there, not a lot has changed, so I could find my way around in there as well. But the transition, when I came back and I was working right on personnel, we jumped right into the free agency and then the draft and so on, and it's the same kind of thing that I've done always, whether head coach, whatever title I had. That's what you do that time of year, you get your 2 cents ready to throw in about what's going on with the personnel. So you're right into that. Now that's over, the players are around. Yeah. That's the challenge for me.
Yeah.
But the great thing about it is Doug encourages. I'm out there, say what you want to say. Talk to the players if you want, do whatever you want to do, and that's a nice way to have it where, I'm not going to be sticking my foot in my mouth, I hope, more than once a day, but being able to get out on the field and sense it and feel it and watch the players, talk to the players, that's a good deal.
No, it's exciting for everyone, and for the foundation though, I mean, when you're in New York, obviously Kelly and the whole crew here carrying the load, and you couldn't be at all the events, but that side of it, away from the football side, because to me, what you do for this community is what matters for me, and so that part of it, being back here for the events and being able to be at those and go visit the kids.
Right.
What does that mean to you?
The key thing is to remember that even though we were in New York, The J Fund was in New York and New Jersey. I mean, that's how we function. We function in New York, New Jersey, and we'll continue to do that. And we always functioned here. And, you know, Kelly clearly has the vision, and she is what has taken the J Fund to, you know, to the level that it is today. And by that I mean helping, the extent to which we can help people.
There you go. It was great to see him and a lot more JAG players at this year's event. But it was really cool last night. The live auction went great. They raised a ton of money, and they're tabulating. Like you said, Coughlin he's looking at the details. He wanted to cut expenses and make sure we didn't spend too much out here. But it's a lot of fun out here. This is a great event. Casey, I know you've been a part of this, done work with this foundation in the past, and it's just fun to be out here and honored to be a part of this every year.
Yeah, no, it's great. Curtis, I know we have a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to wrap up a few questions into one. So one, I want to know, where are you on the golf course? It looks like one. Two, I want to know about your tee shot, because it looked like you sprayed one right into the weeds. And three, it is a great foundation. So for people who might not know where these funds go, about the J Fund, what's it all about? Where does all of this money raised last night, today, through the golf tournament, where's it go?
Well, your first question, yeah, you're correct. We're on the first hole here. That was the first tee. We started on the 12th. We drove the green on the 12th, which was nice. Your second comment there, Casey, you were wrong. I bombed the drive down the middle. This is our caddy. Gabe, how far was that drive?
Roughly like 318.
318 down the middle. But for those who don't know, you know what we're out here for. The Tom Coughlin J Fund. The funds they raise go to help families dealing with children who have cancer. Their child gets cancer, and what happens is everything shuts down in your life. The only focus in your life is that kid, of course. And what happens is the bills pile up, and you want to stay by the child's bedside and go through all the treatments with them, but you got your job. So the Tom Coughlin J Fund pays people's mortgages, pays their electric bills, pays their bills, so that they can focus on what's really important in their life, and that's being by their kid's bedside while they're going through something horrible, which is cancer, childhood cancer. So it's really meaningful. I mean, a lot of things go to research, but this one goes to helping the family deal with one of the worst things you could possibly ever go through. So it's amazing. So if you do have the website there, throw that up and have people donate, because you can donate anytime, and it's a great cause.
Yeah, thanks, Curtis. Yeah, thanks for being out there and being a part of it and putting a spotlight on it. I know they're doing some great work, and what you just articulated is just so true. They're doing so much to help families going through pure hell. Really, there's no other way of saying it. And for you being out there is pretty cool. So we're going to check back in with you a little bit later. I know you've done some more fun stuff. I want to see how your round progresses, because I joke with you, but you actually are a scratch golfer. He's really good. I've played golf with him before, and it was a little depressing on my part. So we'll see you a little bit later, Curtis.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, we are doing pretty well, and I'm gonna try and find Steve Spurrier out here, because we got a bunch of celebrities to talk to. But I figured people back home, if I can find him, you might want to hear a little bit from him. But tons of celebrities out here helping. I'll be back in about a half hour with more.
Okay.
See you guys.
All right. Hit him
straight. Go make this birdie putt.
All right. Good luck. Go hit him straight.
Yeah. Friends. You gotta hit.
What's the
I actually want to keep it up to see if he makes the putt, but no, but Trent says we got to move along. So there he is, Trent, our registered digital social media producer. He is here, Trent Gilbert. It's so good to see you. So okay, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, because there's a lot of stuff on TV, on NBC, ABC, but first it is finale night for The Voice. 4 singers are left, each with a last chance to vie for America's vote and to win season 12 title, which takes place tomorrow night. Before we chat about it, Mark Barger, he talked to the artists still in the hunt. Take a look.
The combination of guitar and voice has put Team Adams' Jesse Larson in tonight's finale. Jesse Larson, you did it! Last week's instant save gave the Minnesota artist the 4th and final spot.
It feels amazing to have something that you're so passionate about and something that means so much to you understood.
Emotions got the better of Team Blake's Aaliyah Molden 2 weeks ago. But the 15-year-old Californian overcame them, en route to becoming the show's youngest ever finalist.
I didn't even think that I was going to get a chair turn. And just to be here, it's just been a really emotional ride for me.
Michigan country singer Lauren Dusky is Team Blake's other finalist.
I'm just a ghost in this house.
Consistent all season, she topped the iTunes chart last week for the first time.
I've definitely seen a lot of layers of insecurity shed along the way, and it's such a relief to finally be able to get up there and do what I love.
Range has been the key for Team Alicia's Chris Blue, from the rollicking to the reverent.
The glory's not for us.
His inspirational anthem last week hit #2 on iTunes.
Every week is a challenge for me, and that seems to be the story of my life here on the show. Challenge Chris Blue.
The challenge for all the finalists tonight, turning in performances that can win The Voice. Mark Barker, NBC News.
And you remember, well, you have to think about it with Aaliyah when she started crying, right? She's 15 years old. I mean, think about like what kind of pressure that must be to be able to get up and perform and sing in front of millions of people and hit the notes.
And those 4 judges are insane.
Oh yeah, and oh, by the way,
Blake, Adam, and Alicia. But a little tidbit about my guy. Usually I'm a Team Blake supporter.
That's right.
As the show, I think he's a mentor, he likes a good drink, and he's from the South. But Team Alicia is Chris Blue, and he's been on the bubble a few times, but he's been saved several times with Your Voice Saved. So the reason I got mixed up with him is because our sister station in Knoxville, WBIR, reached out to us because hashtags turn into votes and saves. So they were like, hey, this guy is from Florida originally. He's from a family of 7 gospel singers. They used to travel the country, so he's from the Sunshine State. So I was like, yeah, I'll support him. So we've been supporting him throughout, and he's made it all the way. So that's our guy, Chris Blue.
So we'll find out tomorrow night if he's the ultimate winner.
Tomorrow night's the Voice results, but tonight is the finals. So we'll see all 4 perform tonight.
So and then how do they vote for then the finals? It's the American people vote,
American
right?
people via Twitter, the Voice app, on Facebook. So get your votes out for Chris Blue, and that kicks off at 8 on NBC 12.
On NBC. Okay, also Dancing with the Stars. This is something that you have been following. Do you like the Dancing with the Stars or The Voice better? I think you're almost this way, huh?
I am a little bit. From season to season, it varies. This year, I've been all about DWTS, and that is one of the reasons why. Normani Corday is awesome, and her partner Val is one of my favorites. But they have made it all the way. The top 3 is her, David Ross, the Chicago Cub, and Rashad Jennings, who you might remember is a Jaguar once upon a time. Back in 2009, he was drafted there.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
So I just looked up the wiki.
There you go.
But yeah, so she's made it all the way. The big shocker last week was Olympian Simone Biles.
Yes, everyone thought she was going to win because all the Olympic gymnasts had always won.
Yeah, and she just claimed her first perfect score of the season, and 30 minutes later she was out.
Oh man.
So big shocker, but you would think that she'd be in the top 2 up against Normani, but I think Normani's going to go all the way. She's been a favorite with the judges, the coaches throughout.
Okay, and then when can we watch that?
We watch that tonight too.
Tonight.
So watch the top 3 perform, dance it out at 8, and then again the results are tomorrow. So that'll be a live finale with huge musical acts.
It's on the other, got to flip back and forth between channels.
That's what I do.
I know you do. I can just visually, you can see you doing it. Also, last night the Billboard Awards. So there were some memorable moments. One of which was Celine Dion's performance. If you didn't get a chance to see it, listen to this.
I think it's because it was not supposed to be part of the movie, period. James Cameron didn't want to have any song in his movie. He said, my movie doesn't need any song. I think he's right. But James Horner, who unfortunately passed away, I guess convinced him without saying who was singing, and he said, please let me play you that song, and I did a demo, and I guess he was convinced.
Okay, so we jumped ahead a little bit. So that was Celine Dion talking about how that song that became a hit from the movie Titanic, how that song almost never was created until somehow it kind of got slipped under the right person's door, and they listened to it, and yeah, now it's so iconic.
Yes.
And so this was her performance last night, and you say this was just incredible. Yeah, so that was just a taste of it. And then the outfit, too, people were tweeting about.
Insane! Incredible!
I knew you would like
20 years since Titanic premiered. I was the child in theaters a few times. I was in first grade talking about it at the lunch table. And it's because of that one right there. So, James Cameron, thank God you took a chance on the Celine Dion.
How could you imagine Titanic without her voice? She's just so incredible. She does not miss a note. She's just, after so many years, she's been fantastic. Okay, and then there's some other headlines that you wanted to talk about, starting with Miley Cyrus.
My girl. She debuted Malibu. It hit YouTube about a week ago, and that's her new single, and it is her new style. She's back. She's better than ever. I know some of you fell off the Miley bandwagon when she did a lot of, there was some tongue, there was some, she was on a wrecking ball many a time, and she got a little wild, but she's incredible. And this reminds me directly post Hannah Montana. I know you're out there, little smilers. She was like raw and pure. She was doing duets with Dolly, her godmother. That's the Miley you're seeing now. That's the Miley that's back. And go download Malibu.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Miley, a boo.
Okay.
Moving on, Drake.
Apparently
Incredible.
he won a lot last night.
He did. He broke the record. He beat out Adele for most Billboard Music Awards in a night. He won 3, including Top Album. He had some great speeches. You can find some on our Facebook page. Look at all those awards.
Wow. And
that's in total.
And that's in total. And then I guess he also performed in front of the Bellagio, right? They had this big performance on the water.
That was, I mean, so they're coming to you from, I'm trying to remember the stadium in Vegas, but he had this performance, which is insane. When you think Vegas, you think those fountains and stuff, and he was in the middle of it all. Incredible fire, flames, water.
And then Cher with a very risque looking outfit.
Look at her. Casey, you know what age she is?
Only because I heard somebody talking about it this morning.
She just celebrated her 71st birthday over the weekend, and she
71st.
looking like that with pasties. Wow.
or not.
Hey, that's amazing. She performed her iconic hits, and she brought down the house. She won the Icon Award. Makes sense.
Thanks, Trey. It's always good to see you. I appreciate that. We'll have you come back a little bit later, too, and talk about some fun stuff. All right, coming up next.